Hey everyone, Christina here for Card Player TV for another edition of Ask Jack. I've got Jack McClelland here, Tournament Director for the Bellagio. Thanks so much for coming.
My pleasure.
Jonathan writes, "Hi Jack, I was in a daily tournament in Seabrook, New Hampshire when the following situation happened. Right before our break, a third table broke and we were down to 2 tables of the 6 that started. I was very short stacked and only had 2,500 chips with the blinds at 500 1,000. When I made my way back to the table, I saw that there was a $22,000 stack in front of my seat. I asked the dealer, who was new, where my chips were, and she pointed at the same stack. I sat down, feeling confused, and she started to deal out the first hand, but then the other players objected. The tournament director came over and asked what was going on. He ruled that they had to take away my stack and give me 2,500 in chips. He also gave me free drink tickets. What would you have done in this situation?"
I would have probably had the drink for sure. I would have probably went to surveillance first and see if you could see where the chips are, because a lot of times when you combine tables then you have a break, people get disoriented and sit behind the wrong chips. Obviously the 22,000 chips belong to somebody, so I'm surprised they weren't kicking and screaming that, you know, where my chips are. But obviously he was only entitled to the 2,500, which was the correct decision. But like again, I would have went to surveillance and tried to sort it out in a a little better manner.
What if it had been the case that he was just chipped up incorrectly, and it wasn't somebody else's stack? He had just been given a $10,000 chip instead of a 500 or something like that.
Well, it's still the wrong chips. What we want the game to be fair, and we want the people to have the correct amount of chips if possible.
If surveillance isn't available, do you go by what the players at the table or the player in question says they had?
I try to be fair. I mean, like what you can also do in this spot, since you got 2 tables, is you could count the chips down and verify how many chips are supposed to be in play. And if the wrong number's in play, then you can say, well, maybe you got 20,000 too much. But if you got 2,500, obviously the smallest chip on the table is probably a $500 chip, and no way you can win 20,000 in a chip race even.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If you have a question, be sure to send it in to AskJack@cardplayer.com.